Welcome to Tansson TV Plus. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Mom.
Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Yep, we appreciate you watching again.
Yeah, we always love doing this. And Mom, how's your day going thus far?
Brandon, my day's going fine. How about you?
All is well here. I'm excited for us to hit into another show.
Yep, I am too, Brandon. And we're back into another one of our first episode Fridays. And so this time we are talking about the Lucie Arnaz Show.
Yes, and so this series ran from had a long life of April 2nd to June 11th of 1985. 6 episodes.
Yeah, and this is just kind of wrapping up a little bit. We talked last month in regards to Lucille Ball and the shows that she was on, and so since her daughter was on the show, we thought we'd just kind of add this on to July.
Yeah, and I think it's quite appropriate. And Mom, are you able to do us the honors of talking us through the series in the first episode titled The Old Boyfriend?
All right, I'm going to talk just about this episode in general. Lucie Arnaz plays a character named Jane. Anyway, Jane meets an old boyfriend and decides she still loves him. But she later finds out that he is still married, and they eventually break up. And then all this really kind of happens within a day or so. Um, just so you know what Jane's career is, Jane is a psychologist, and she is on air on the radio on a regular basis.
Well, Mom, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome, Brandon.
And Mom, overall, what did you think about this first episode?
I didn't like it. I guess I shouldn't say it like that, but I didn't like it, Brandon. This particular episode, it did not have an initiating point or initiating start. And so we've kind of talked about this before. It is harder to follow a show that does not have an initiating start or point because we don't know where the show is heading. And I was having a hard time with the show knowing where it's heading. I mean, even though first episode, it was hard to figure it out. By introducing this young man so early, I thought that maybe he was going to be the love of her life and that they were going to get married early, or maybe just someone who was going to be introduced as a main character. But to find out that he is, I guess he's gone the next episode. I don't know. We didn't get past the first episode. Brandon, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really get it or understand it, and I'm not gonna say that it's a bad plot line all the way around. It's more so that I think the delivery was off, in the sense that I wasn't given any reason to like these characters.
Yeah, that's true. There really was not much, and I know it was the first episode, so you can't do but so much character development. But I think so much attention was given to the new man that old, the regular cast, there was not much development there with the characters, or at least to establish who they were and their points. Um, even with um, Even with Jane, it was hard to figure out what kind of person she was with this first episode itself. Were you able to? Do you think the same, or do you think a little differently?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that most of the side characters or extra main characters were very much sidelined within this first episode, and I would say even Jane herself, I felt was sidelined within this episode. For instance, she's a psychologist. She hosts a radio show, but yet we didn't really get to see a lot of that. And from the overall premise of this, I think this should have been a show that we could have enjoyed and had some comedy with. And I would I would even struggle to really see this as a comedy, more of a dramedy.
It is. To me, it seemed like a dramedy also. I mean, there was not a laugh track. It truly just seemed like a dramedy. The question of will I rewatch more or watch other episodes? Probably not. I'm not saying that if something's on, I might not look at it, but I am not going to seek watching the show. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't foresee watching the show. And again, not to say that it's so bad that I'm never going to tune in again. It's not even to say that, but rather that we have so many things on our plate that this is not where I would think I would spend my time watching. It's just it didn't feel memorable, And again, I think it had all the potential to be there, but it's just, I don't know. It really did not work out in terms of formatting. Plus, for a sitcom, it wasn't a multicam; it was a single camera show. So I don't know. It felt more of like a documentary of what it could have been.
Yeah, I actually did. And it did have a theme song. I'll be quite honest, I don't remember it. Do you remember the theme song, Brad?
No, I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, some shows, even if we don't like the show, sometimes they have a little catchy number or instrumental that's very nice. I do not remember this theme song at all. And can we talk about connections?
Yeah, we can go ahead and head right into that.
Alrighty, I'll get the first one. Lucie Arnaz herself. She played in she played in a series that we talked about a couple weeks ago. Brandon, what's the name of that series?
That is, here's Lucy.
Yes, and she played with her mother, and and I thought that was kind of a cutesy episode that we talked about a couple weeks ago, and so I liked Here's Lucy for the few episodes that I have seen of that. Do we have any other connections?
We have one more.
Oh, what is that?
This is actually with the composer.
Oh, who is it? Remind me who the composer is.
Yes, so the composer is Jack Elliott.
And what did Jack Elliott make?
So he wrote the theme song for Night Court and co-wrote the one for Barney Miller.
Oh, well, good memorable theme songs. I'm sorry, surprised I don't remember this one, but good memorable theme songs.
Yeah, those ones really are. I wish we could say the same about this one.
Yeah, I wish we could too. You guys will have to let us know. Have any of y'all seen the Lucie Arnaz show? If you have, let us know. Did you like it? Is this just us? Typically, I try to rate shows 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. Brandon, I gave this one a 1. I feel so bad. What about you, Brandon?
Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to agree. I mean, I don't see a reason to have watched the show.
Yeah. And I guess we could tell since it only lasted 6 episodes, I guess that in itself should have told us something.
Yeah, but Mom, I did actually want to speak a little bit as to the overall premise and what it made me think about.
All right, what did it make you think about?
Yeah, so the overall premise of this episode made me think of two things, which in terms of other shows. So first of all, being a radio psychologist, it of course made me think about the one and only original Frasier.
Yeah, yes, we talked about that. Yes, that part does remind me of Frasier.
Yeah, and of course this would be earlier than Frasier, but whereas I think Frasier really dives into it, I don't feel that the character of Dr. Jane Lucas was really ever given a chance to explore the show, other than that she has a show. I mean, it had that segment, but it wasn't. I don't know. I felt like every other scene was just sort of taking away from that.
Yeah, it seemed like it too. I will say that, of course, we did not watch other episodes, but I think they concentrate a little bit more on her being the psychologist on the other episodes.
Well, I mean, that overall would be good to know. And the other one it reminded me of, just for the first episode, is it made me think about the first episode of Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, and why is that, Brandon?
So, in both of these first episodes, they have it where a longtime old boyfriend shows up out of nowhere, and they get back together until they realize that it's probably for the best that you all had remained broken up. And so, in the case of Mary Tyler Moore, the ex fiance had come back into town. They almost had left again, and the character of Mary Richards decided that that was not what's best for her, and that she's making a good decision for herself. Almost exact same thing happens here. Dr. Lucas randomly finds the man that she was once engaged to, but he broke off the wedding to be with another woman. So yeah, we had that same thing. But whereas I think Mary Tyler Moore had a better execution of that, and we got to understand who Mary is and her life, I can't say that we really know much about Dr. Lucas in this.
No, based upon the first episode, we don't know much of anything besides the fact that she has a sister. That is about all I know in regards to this episode.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, and we saw her with a phone call to her mother, but like nothing more of that.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So, like, once more, we'd love to know what your thoughts are of this show.
Yeah, definitely let us know in the comments. And I don't know, maybe you never know. I think that there's certainly can be shows that have just one-off episodes that just aren't the best, but I don't know about this one.
Yeah, same here. All right, guys, we thank you for watching today, and we look forward to having another 80s TV show next Friday. And so, have a great day, everybody.
We'll see you next time.
All right, bye bye.